You're smart. You understand ideas most people don't. You see patterns. You think deeply. You know how the world works. So here's the uncomfortable question. Why aren't you rich? Not comfortable, not getting by. Rich. If intelligence alone created wealth, the smartest people you know would be winning. But they're not. And deep down, you already know that. The truth no one likes to say out loud. The real reason smart people stay broke and how to escape it. Stay with me. The intelligence trap. Being smart feels powerful. You analyze everything. You question systems. You see flaws and ideas others blindly follow. But here's the problem. Thinking feels like progress, but it isn't. Smart people get trapped in their own minds. They research endlessly. They plan perfectly. They wait for the right time. And while they're thinking, less intelligent people are acting, failing, learning, adjusting, and winning. Intelligence becomes a prison when it replaces action. You know too much, and that's the problem. Smart people see risks. They see market crashes. They see competition. They see reasons why something might fail. And because they can see 10 steps ahead, they never take step 1. They call it being realistic, but it's actually fear disguised as logic. The average person jumps in without knowing everything. The smart person waits until they know everything. And by the time they feel ready, the opportunity is gone. School lied to you. If you did well in school, this one hurts. You were rewarded for being correct, for following instructions, for not taking risks. You learned that there's always one right answer, that someone else sets the rules, that authority decides your worth. But wealth doesn't work like school. In the real world, there are no instructions. The rules change constantly, and being wrong is part of winning. Smart people are trained to avoid mistakes. Rich people are trained to use them. You mistake knowledge for leverage. You read books, you watch podcasts, you understand economics, psychology, and strategy, but knowledge without leverage is useless. Rich people don't get paid for what they know. They get paid for what they can scale, what they can sell, what they can multiply. You don't get rich by being the smartest person in the room. You get rich by owning the room. You wait for confidence instead of building it. Here's another harsh truth. You're waiting to feel confident before you move. But confidence doesn't come from thinking. It comes from doing. Action creates confidence. Failure creates confidence. Surviving mistakes creates confidence. Smart people want certainty. Rich people operate without it. You're addicted to comfort. Let's talk about the real enemy, comfort. You're smart enough to survive without pushing yourself, smart enough to get a decent job, smart enough to avoid disaster, but not uncomfortable enough to change everything. Wealth requires obsession. It requires periods of instability, embarrassment, risk. Most smart people choose comfort over chaos, and comfort quietly kills ambition. You don't respect time like the rich do. Smart people respect ideas. Rich people respect time. They understand one brutal truth. Time doesn't care how intelligent you are. If you trade time for money, you will never be free. The rich build systems, assets, streams. Smart people build resumes. You want validation before results. You want to look smart. You want approval. You want your ideas respected. Rich people want results. They don't care if they look foolish today as long as they win tomorrow. Being smart often means protecting your identity. Being rich often means destroying it. The shift that changes everything. Here's the mindset shift you've been missing. Stop trying to be impressive. Start trying to be effective. Stop asking, is this smart? Start asking, does this work? Stop optimizing plans. Start executing imperfectly. What rich people actually do differently? They move fast. They learn in public. They fail without drama. They adapt without ego. They don't identify with intelligence. They identify with results. Being smart is not a disadvantage, but relying on intelligence alone is. If you're smart and broke, it's not because you lack ability. It's because you've been using your intelligence to protect yourself instead of building something. The moment you stop trying to be the smartest person in the room and start trying to be the most relentless, everything changes. If this message hit you, it's because you already know it's true. You're smart. Now it's time to be dangerous.